Have you ever wondered why nearly 78% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, even though we live in the most financially informed era in human history? Think about it. We have endless books, blogs, podcasts, YouTube channels, financial coaches, even apps that track our spending in real time. Knowledge has never been more accessible, and yet, most households are one unexpected bill away from collapse. The shocking truth? We're not just facing poor money habits. We're caught in a carefully engineered system of financial addiction, a system designed to keep us dependent, indebted, and distracted. Like a casino where the house always wins, this system ensures that banks, corporations, and governments profit while you stay stuck on the hamster wheel of survival. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain. I'll expose the 10 levels of solutions that can break you free from this invisible prison, guiding you step by step from dependency to true financial sovereignty. If you've ever felt like money controls you instead of the other way around, this is the blueprint you've been searching for. But first, pause and think. When was the last time you spent money without thinking? Maybe it was a $7 latte, or that subscription you forgot to cancel, or an impulse Amazon buy at midnight. These don't seem dangerous, but they're symptoms of a deeper, engineered dependency. Financial addiction isn't just overspending. It's about being psychologically conditioned and systemically trapped in patterns designed to serve everyone but you. Level 1. Awareness and financial education. Most people never get past level 1. Why? Because they're playing a game where they don't even know the rules. The first trap? Credit cards. Banks portray them as shiny tools of convenience, but in reality, they are psychological weapons. The average American carries over $8,000 in credit card debt. Paying minimums means you'll still be paying decades later, long after you've forgotten what you bought. Then there's the mortgage trap. You're told you're buying a home, but really, you're signing up for a 30-year sentence where interest payments outweigh the principal. In many cases, you'll pay more to the bank in interest than the price of the house itself. And let's not forget student loans. They've created an entire generation of graduates starting their careers deep in debt with no chance of escape because, unlike other debts, they can't be discharged in bankruptcy. Why don't schools teach us how money really works? Because an educated population is dangerous to those who profit from our ignorance. Most people don't understand compound interest working against them, inflation silently eroding their paycheck, or how the banking system creates money out of thin air. Ignorance isn't an accident, it's the plan. And breaking free begins with knowledge. Level 2. Budget discipline and cash flow control. Once you're aware, you must move to control. At level 2, you take command of your cash flow. Here's the reality. Most people have no idea where their money goes. They live in a fog of swipes, subscriptions, and silent drains. The solution? Budget discipline. Every dollar must have a job before the month begins. Create a zero-based budget where your income is fully allocated, whether to bills, savings, investments, or even leisure. Nothing is left unassigned. Track every expense. Use apps, spreadsheets, even pen and paper. When you see where your money goes, you'll be shocked how much vanishes into things that don't truly matter. And here's the key hack. Ditch the plastic. Pay with cash whenever possible. Studies show that handing over physical money makes you feel the transaction, while swiping a card barely registers. This simple change can cut your spending by 15 to 20% immediately. Most importantly, you're breaking the addiction to impulsive spending. Every purchase becomes intentional. Every dollar becomes a soldier in your fight for freedom. Level 3. Emergency funds. Now we come to level 3. Building your emergency fund. This is where many people fail, and the system loves it. Why? Because when crisis hits, job loss, car repair, medical bill, you're forced into the arms of predatory lenders, credit cards, and high-interest traps. Most Americans can't handle a $400 emergency without going into debt. That vulnerability keeps you enslaved. But when you have a cushion, you're no longer making decisions from fear. You're making them from strength. The goal? 3 to 6 months of living expenses in a dedicated savings account. Not an investment, not a growth fund. This is insurance against desperation. Start small, $50 a month, $100 if you can. Even small steps build momentum. Over time, that fund becomes your shield against financial storms. You'll sleep better, think clearer, and, most importantly, you'll never again be cornered into a bad financial deal because of desperation. Level 4. Smart debt management. At level 4, you start attacking the beast directly, debt, but not randomly, strategically. There are 2 proven methods. The avalanche method. Pay off debts with the highest interest first, while making minimums on the rest. This saves you the most money mathematically. The snowball method. Pay off the smallest balances first, creating psychological wins that build momentum. Which one works? That depends on you. If you're disciplined, Avalanche is optimal. If you need motivation, Snowball is powerful. The important thing is that you start. Debt consolidation can help in some cases, but beware. It often lowers monthly payments at the cost of stretching the loan out for decades, meaning you pay more in the long run. Always run the numbers. Here's the mindset shift. Debt is not normal. The system wants you to believe everyone has debt, that it's inevitable, even healthy. That's a lie. Every debt you eliminate is a chain broken. Level 5. Asset-based thinking. This is where the game changes. At level 5, you shift from a consumer mindset to an investor mindset. From buying liabilities to acquiring assets. What's the difference? A liability takes money from your pocket every month. An asset puts money into it. Most people buy cars, gadgets, luxury items, things that depreciate and drain wealth. Wealth builders acquire stocks, rental real estate, businesses, dividend-paying investments. Even if you start small, broad market ETFs, index funds, you're now planting seeds that grow through the power of compound returns working for you instead of against you. And don't overlook tax-advantaged accounts. In the US, that means 401ks, IRAs, HSAs. In other countries, ISAs, RRSPs, superannuation funds. These vehicles allow you to grow wealth with reduced or deferred taxes, accelerating your journey dramatically. Level 5 is where you stop thinking like a debtor and start thinking like an owner. It's where your money begins to work for you instead of you working for money. Level 6. Alternative income streams. If Level 5 taught you to buy assets, Level 6 teaches you to create them. This is where you start building new sources of income beyond your 9-to-5 paycheck. The pandemic taught us how fragile a single salary can be. In weeks, millions lost jobs and income streams, but the bills didn't stop coming. The lesson is clear. Never depend on a single source of income. Side hustles are the starting point. Freelancing, consulting, rideshare driving, selling handmade goods, anything that generates money outside your main paycheck. But the real power lies in digital income streams. YouTube channels that earn ad revenue while you sleep. Ebooks and courses that sell again and again without your direct involvement. Dropshipping businesses that scale with automation. Affiliate marketing, where you get paid for connecting customers to products. Each stream may start small, $50 here, $200 there. But stack them together, and suddenly you have a financial buffer that reduces your vulnerability to layoffs, inflation, or unexpected expenses. Over time, these streams can evolve into passive income engines that free you from trading time for money altogether. Here's the mindset shift. Your job is not your only source of wealth. It's the seed money you use to build systems that generate wealth even when you're not working. Level 7. Community and cooperative models. Level 7 is about collective strength. We've been conditioned to think of money as an individual struggle. Your paycheck, your debt, your bills. But history shows us that communities thrive when they pool resources. Think of credit unions. Unlike commercial banks, they're owned by their members, not shareholders. That means better loan rates, lower fees, and less predatory practices. Consider investment clubs, where groups pool money to buy assets together. Instead of going it alone, you learn, invest, and grow as a team, sharing both risk and reward. Level 8. Hedge against inflation. Here's a hard truth. Your dollars today are worth less tomorrow. That's not an accident. It's built into the system. Governments print money, dilute supply, and quietly erode your purchasing power. Inflation is the silent tax that steals wealth from savers and transfers it to borrowers and asset holders. So how do you fight back? By hedging. Traditionally, that means precious metals like gold and silver. For centuries, they've preserved value through wars, recessions, and collapses. Then there's real estate. Land and property in desirable locations usually rise faster than inflation. Level 9. Geoeconomic awareness. Money isn't just personal, it's geopolitical. At level 9, you develop geoeconomic awareness, the ability to see how global events ripple into your personal finances. When the Federal Reserve raises interest rates, it affects everything. Your mortgage, your car loan, your investments. When China shifts trade policies, commodity prices worldwide swing. When a war breaks out in an oil-producing nation, suddenly gas prices spike at your local station. Level 10, Sovereign Financial Independence. And now we reach the summit. Sovereign Financial Independence. What does sovereignty mean? It means you have enough assets generating passive income to cover all living expenses indefinitely. But it's more than just wealth. It's about freedom. The climb from level 1 to level 10 isn't quick. It isn't easy, and that's by design. The system wants you trapped, too tired, too busy, too distracted to fight back. Every level you climb takes you closer to freedom. Don't stay stuck at the bottom. Start today. Subscribe to Econ Fix and rise above the system.